Hi there, welcome back. My name is Christine and today I'm painting a Hobbit hole from the Shire. Last month we went to Hobbiton of the Lord of the Rings fame and I liked the experience a lot. They took so much care to make the place look alive that everywhere you look there's something new to discover. For this painting I chose this particular Hobbit hole whose inhabitants seem to be in the middle of an alfresco dining situation. Unlike loose florals, painting something like this requires some planning in terms of which surfaces you're going to color first. As a general rule, I paint from the background going closer and closer to the foreground. I also make a conscious effort to paint in light washes first so that any detail in the foreground that I want to paint in can still stand out. I had to make sure that my first layer is dry, so I left it for a few minutes before diving back in. In my sketch, I simplified some details, so if you're expecting a hyper-realistic painting of the Hobbit hole as in the photograph, my style isn't like that. I watched a video before where the artist's tip is to start on the most important or focus area of the painting first. In this case, it's gonna be the home's facade. She says this way, if you ever make an irreparable mistake in that focal point, you already know that you have to start over. This is as opposed to spending hours doing the background elements first, getting those perfect, only to mess up the most important area where your audience focus will be. So I tried to follow that advice, but you'll see me jumping from one area to the next because I'm letting the paint dry. In addition to simplifying some details, I thought I'd embellish as well. I imagined the door to be a little weathered and showing some discoloration, so I dropped a little turquoise and red with a yellow. I tried to vary the colors that I'm using for an area. For example, some bricks will have more black in them, others more orange, and some will even have hints of green. This prevents the painting from becoming flat or even boring to look at. I like using this technique even with my loose floral paintings. It's not very noticeable from this sped up video, but my hands kept shaking throughout those fuzzy little details of this Hobbit hole. The result is a sprinkling of uneven lines here and there, but I decided not to let myself get stressed about that. I get to know a little more about my paints, the subject, and hone my style a little more. The truth is, this is the second iteration of this yellow Hobbit hole. The first version looked wonky and had the wrong proportions and all. The good news is that in this second one, I'm much more confident in wielding my brush and laying down paints. I want to say that all this Middle-earth painting mood had me sounding like Gollum with my croaky voice, but I just always sound like this. Anyway, I'll pipe up every now and then if I think that something is worth pointing out, but if not, I'll let you watch the process in peace. just want to say that this is not the most comfortable sitting position while painting something that took more than an hour to finish. And that is my way of saying that there is a logical explanation why I kept shifting and rocking the table. Thankfully, my jars of murky water resolutely stayed where they were, albeit shaking violently every now and then. I think I'm going back to the bird's eye view perspective in the next video. The weather becomes increasingly indecisive towards the afternoon, and eventually the clouds will win, which explains why the lighting is so finicky. I tried to finish faster and set it aside for the day, knowing that I won't be able to keep away from adding in new things. True to character, the day after shooting, I was bothering the painting with a wet brush again. I added definition to the grass at the foreground and fixed the windows some more with a blue semi-gouache tube that I got ages ago. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next time, bye!